Hello, I'm Alice Jaco. I love board games and I love Essen Spiel fair, which will happen in October, so we have plenty of time to prepare for it. But I'm already scrolling the list of the announced release, and I'm looking at what seems good for me, and I try to read the rules when they're available, and I try to share that with you to let you know more about some games that I see by explaining briefly the rules, what the game is about when I read it. Okay, so today I wanted to speak about Phoenix New Horizon, which is a game by Perro, Loko game. They made a few games already. They are a Spanish company. They made Satori last year, which was a worker placement, kind of nice and more original than it could seem at first sight. Penguin Airline, which was a party game with designating some buttons on a panel board. And the author is Jorge G. Barroso, which also released Concilium Urbis at Essen Spiel 2, so two games from the same designer. And last year he did Daruma, which is a card game with some dice involved, which is apparently kind of fun. I did not play it myself. Okay, so what Phoenix Horizon is about is that after the Cold War, there was a nuclear apocalypse, and people were under the earth, and now they want to go back to the surface thanks to a new technology, which are regenerators that enable to capture radioactivity, to transform it into energy, to have new buildings and hopefully develop population at the surface. So this is a competitive game where you have to score points depending on your efficiency about this, and this is a worker, not really a placement, it's a worker placement and displacement game with workers that move from level 1 to level 4, but they come back to level 1 afterward. Okay, so this is the idea. For now there is not a lot of pictures, but there is a rulebook. The rulebook is not so hard to understand. Things are a little maybe messy at first because there is a lot of elements and what you are trying to do is not very clear at first, but it's okay. Once you starting reading the action, it's a lot clearer. So on the table you will have each people will have a personal board in front of them, but there will be two main boards, so one region map and one action board. Few elements in this game are kind of a reminder of Barrage, where you are placing buildings depending on the other. It's lighter on this side on the main board, action on the side, and some bonuses and contracts and things that kind of are in the same spirit, I think, with a very different game except for that. Okay, so the meeple, your worker placement will go there on this board with your commandos that will do some tasks. And this task, and this is the nice original part of the game, they are organized as a tree, some kind of technology tree. So if you are doing an action there, then you level up your worker. It will be able to do action of this side of the board, but not anymore on this side of the board. So you have to specialize somehow to, depending on what you want to do next. I really like the idea of what you want to do right now and planning long term too, and doing a balance between two of these things. A lot of action will give you other actions and other benefits. There is quite a few actions, but they are all quite simple in essence. So there is putting a degenerator of the map, building something, progressing on the population tracks, which we have meeple on the side of the board that will unlock combos, take a mission, which is like contracts. You need to have some kind of buildings at some part of the map, and then you will be able to unlock their bonus. And you have gaining technology, which are on the side of the board and will give you permanent once time or end of game points effects. You also have some things about buildings that you will score with a scoring part on the board. Here you have some multiplier on each point for each type of building you will have put on the map. This is the population track, and there is your population will roam this population track, but will also be placed on intercom for end of the game scoring. Okay, and this is like the equivalent of purple contracts in Barrage. You can do that at any time, and the first one to go will have the points, and the other one won't be able to do it anymore. So the map is divided in 3 parts, the main map. So this is for some contracts that require you to be present in this area or something like this. This is a 3-player setup, so one area is not accessible, but with 4 players you will have all of the area. In each of this area we have different region. In a region you always have 3 degenerators available, one bronze level, one silver, one gold. Only one can be placed somewhere. There is neutral degenerators that are there at the beginning of the game, then the other will have to be built. When you build this, you will win the bonus immediately across it. So here is 2 points, but you can also have actions or other things that will happen when you place a degenerator. And then you can place buildings here, but to place the building you need to already have the degenerator. If it's yours, nothing more happen, but if it's someone else, they will gain the bonus placement again. This building will have 3 types, so military, scientific, and economic ones. This is a little blurry because there is no nice picture yet, but okay, this is it. And you will have 3 tracks which will score at the end of the game a multiplier. So if you have 3 blue buildings and you are level 3, you will have 9 points, etc. for each type of building. This kind of scoring can also happen during the game. There is one action on the action here. So this kind of action will enable you to score for one type of building. So we'll, for example, say, okay, I want to score my green ones. We'll count your green building, multiplied by your multiplier, and you will score as many points. So you can reuse it sometimes. Okay, so this is what you're trying to do in the game, and this is your personal board. You will have some constraints and some costs to build every of these things. So first, this is your available things. So the flat round ones are buildings, the hexagonal higher one are degenerators, the size is bronze, silver and gold. You have an energy level which will restrict which building you will be able to access. So at first you can only access this building and this degenerator, but once you will reach the top of the track, you will be able to build everything. When you build a degenerator, this has a cost in fuel. So fuel is the only available resource in the game. It's the money, so you need money to pay for things. You will need to pay some of these, and sometime when you have built 2 of connected things, you will go up the energy track. When you are placing building, this will have a cost in fuel too, but depending of which degenerator level it's associated to. If I go back to the map, here this is a building associated with a bronze degenerator, it has to be there. Here it's associated to a silver one, which also has to be there, and it's to a gold one. The ones associated to a gold one have 2 symbols, so they are better buildings. They are more expensive, but better. Okay, and you need to have already these gold things available. When you build buildings, you will have some rewards that will be indicated on your board each time you build it. So, for example, here is gaining 1 fuel. This here is going forward on 1 scoring track for your building, and this is free 1 population, send 1 population to the surface. When you do that, you will assign it to one of the 3 possible areas, either here, directly in an intercom. So intercom are these things that will score at the end of the game according to certain criteria. For example, this one is according to how much silver degenerator you will have, either 4, 3 or 2 points, depending of if you are first, second or third to claim it. This is for degenerator in the red area. And I think you will mix it and place it in different spots every game, so the repartition will be different. The second zone is here to be able to roam this population track. and you will go up, and when you will be at the top of this population track, you will also finish maybe one day on an intercom that will also give a point multiplier according to some things. And there is a last spot with intercoms on the top of the task board. You can assign some population there, and when you will do with one of your commandos a task of level 4, you will be able to assign one of you already here population to one of this intercom to have multiplier of score. Okay, so one of the task symbol is moving up this population track. Maybe I have it somewhere. Here, for example, I think it's blurry, but it's 2 steps up the population track. Okay, here with this symbol you have technology, so this is going up this no, not here, here the technology track. So there is 2 tracks, two marker. Each time you have one of the symbol, you go move up one step, and this will give you immediate effect, and at the end of the game you will score points according to your lowest points. This track gives less effect, but it will also enable you to have an income of fuel each turn. So the income of fuel you will have will be the minimum between your energy and this track. So for example it's 2 for now, but if your energy is way higher, it will be 3, because this is the limitation. Moving up this energy token will also free some populations that will enable you to do what we just talked about. Okay, so you see how the buildings work, everything is very expensive. Maybe I will go back on task to explain a little more about how we are going to perform this task. So there is task level 1, 2, 3 and 4, and you have commando there that will perform them. They are on some resting area, so this is one big resting area for level 1, and there is 2 resting area for level 2. Then you will move from this resting area to a new resting area of higher level. At your turn, you have to move one of your commando or pass. Either you move it to a task and he will do what it's written on them, and he won't move again for this round. There is 4 rounds in the game. Or you will upgrade them by paying some fuel, so you need to have a lot of fuel to be able to do it a lot, and then it will go to the next resting area of your choice, and at your next turn you will be able to perform an action there. You can also, if you really want a spot and you are afraid somebody will take it from you, do a quick action, so you pay extra fuel and you go directly on an action. You have one bigger commando than the other that is able to do that without the extra cost. So I think this seems interactive, at least to know how to be able to do the right action at the right time, and you need to analyze this board to know what you want to do, how many solutions you have to do that, and what it will encourage you to do next time, because you will go, if you want to go up again, it will be on certain part of the board. You can also move quicker on this thing. For example, if the tasks are already taken in a way that is good for you. So here is an example in the rules. For example, I have a worker there, and there is already 2 workers in this action spot. These action spots are linked with a blue string to another spot. If I'm on this resting area, I can take a shortcut by going through the occupied place and then paying some fuel, but less than to upgrade my worker. This will be 4, this is only 2, and immediately do the action on the next stage. This can be combined to quick action, so you can do some quick moving across the tree like this to maybe be able to do stronger action. You need to play it in the right timing, and it always costs you fuel, and this seems to be like really what you need, and a lot of tension about this. I don't know how much you miss it because I didn't play the game for now. I hope to play it soon, it seems really nice. Okay, so this is how we are going to do tasks on this board. I think I explained most of the tasks, not in a lot of details, but anyway, I explained it. Maybe I didn't say that. When you take a technology, I don't remember if I said it already, we'll put it on your board, and you will choose one spot. You only can have 4 during the game, and you will win the associated gain, a little like contracts and things like this in Barrage or Nucleum, which will be another action, which will give you some bonuses, etc., etc. Here there is blueprints which correspond to public missions, and you can have missions. So missions are cards. You have a display of cards on the bottom of the board, and some action enable you to take some into your hands, and you will be able to play it as a free action during your turn. You can do 1 blueprint and 1 mission. So missions, can I find them? Okay, missions are presented like this. So there is a condition, and then when you reach it, you will be able to play it only once per turn and do the bonus associated. So this, for example, asks you to have a green building in the red area associated with a silver or gold regenerator. So of course, when the occasion to do that is available, you want to take it, and maybe someone will take it from you. And one pink military building on the yellow area. When you have this, you can play this card, and then you claim the bonus, which is gaining 2 points and moving 2 steps on the population track. The blueprints are the same, but they are common on the board, and the first one to have the condition, met the condition, will win the points. So for example, here you need 1 golden generator in the yellow area, 1 military building in the purple area, and 1 scientific one in the red area, and then you will score 8 points. So that's the idea behind this. And that's basically what you are doing. So there are quite a lot of things. I think they are intricate enough, just what it takes to do some things interesting. Yeah, and this population tracks, there is some threshold where you have a new meeple that is available and things like this. This represents where you can play things according to your energy marker. Intercom, I already spoke about intercom, so at the end of the game you will score for multiplier according to your intercoms. I did talk about fuel incomes. I didn't say about rest, but this is kind of obvious. At the end of the round you will go back to a resting area. So you will go back to the resting area associated to your task. So if you were on this task, you will go back to the corresponding resting area. There is 1 free action in the middle of the board that you can always do from any level, and you will then go back to level 1. This will give you some fuel according to the level of your character or one other bonus that you can choose. I think this can help you unlock things where things are going bad. Then you will choose a turn order at the end of the round. So there is a little system, which is the last person who played this round will choose when they want to play next turn, so first or last, and there is associated fuel to the last positions. The end of the game is triggered after 4 rounds, and then you will score intercom, you will score building according to the multipliers, and you will score some technology, which will award you points for the end of the game. And you will score development tracks, so if you move 2 of your marker high enough. There is a solo version of the game. I didn't read it release, just you are playing against an automata. And that's it for today. So in a nutshell, for me, I think that the worker placement where you upgrade your workers and you have to go to the corresponding task, and this will decide both what you are doing right now and what you want to do in the future, seems really nice. It seems to have a lot of interaction into a very different type of action, because if someone took your task, maybe the task next to it will be completely different. Everything will be sorted differently from a game to another, so there is reading setup, I think, to know what you want to do, and also to which intercom it is associated at the end of the game. which seems to decide how you want to orient a game. Nearly everything that you are doing is giving you a bonus to do another thing, which is something that I really like. And I need to see how it falls into place when we actually play it. I never played it yet, and I hope to do it soon, so maybe just after Essen Fair or during Essen Fair. Anyway, I want to check it out, and I hope it will be as good as it can be, because the mechanism have something very Euro, very my style, so I hope it will be good. Okay, see you soon. Bye.